Oh.
Help me!
Is that her?
Wake the fuck up!
Oh, yeah.
Help me help us.
That I could actually be the second coming of Jesus Christ. Not Jesus Christ. Not Mary, the mother of God. But me, Gabbi Hanna.
Lights, camera, action.
UPS, you piece of
I was like, you know what I want to do one day? I want to join a gang.
We're in 2022. Upgrade the cameras.
Yeah.
We can see Saturn and shit, but like I can't get a clear picture of someone robbing the gas station.
That was the greatest night in the history of television.
Whatever happened to Roseanne Barr? She made a racial slur like 5 years ago or more, and then poof.
Yeah, she was really brave for that. No, I'm just kidding. I think that's why I pulled that reference, because I saw something recently that said she's trying to make a comeback.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was taking that medication. I forget what it's called, but it's this medication. It's like this silent killer that it makes people like black out and do insane shit, like say racial slurs.
Yeah.
Which if that's the case, that's a little bit funny. But like it's a little bit funny that she like just took this sleeping medication and then just was, just the N-word. I wanted to say it, but
I mean, you have the pass.
I have the pass.
Is it bad that you're even afraid to say it? Like that's the world we live in, where you're even like, should I say it?
Yeah, because I'm like half Mexican, which by the way, can I rant for a second?
Please.
I've been getting, and this is nothing against people of the Caucasian variety.
Yeah.
This is nothing against the whites.
Okay.
This is nothing against the whites. But I really fucking hate when people call me half white. And that's been happening a lot lately.
Huh.
2 separate occasions. Okay, what was the first one? The first one was with the fantasy football, one of my fantasy football leagues.
Yeah.
And someone said, if you lose in the fantasy football league, you need to brandish a dildo trophy, right? A trophy with a dildo on it.
Okay.
And so I said, if you lose in this fantasy football league, you should have to brandish a dildo in your ass.
Yeah.
And then someone said, hey guys, sorry, Elijah's half white. That was the white half of him. Who would say that?
Yeah.
And I was very offended.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to be half white to think it's quite funny to lose fantasy football and have to put a dildo in your own bung.
Yeah.
And so I made it very clear that I'm half Mexican.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And Hispanic, Spaniard, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, right.
I did my thing. Nigerian.
Your genealogy.
Mexican. Spanish. And then like and then other African. Anyways. And then I was doing a comedy show. And one of my other black comedian friends came on after me and tried to make fun of one of my jokes that I did, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then, but he said so it's been just consistently like just people saying like that's his white half. Listen, I know I talk like Tony Hawk. Okay. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that my voice sounds like Timothy Chalamet. Like I know that my voice is exactly, like I don't even know, like like Kurt Cobain. I sound like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
I know that. But I'm Mexican.
Imagine it's really what Childish Gambino goes through.
Yeah.
Donald Glover.
What does he have?
Does it matter? If he's half anything. Maybe.
You're right? He's not half anything.
I don't think he is. But I mean he's addressed that in Backpackers, the song. He says the only white rapper who's allowed to say the N-word.
Right.
It's from the song.
Right. And that's just been my reality. So I don't know where the uptick in Elijah's half white has come from.
Yeah.
Like my mother's maiden name is Tijerina.
Wow.
Understand. Okay, my family's roots are deep in New Mexico. My great grandfather raided a courthouse in Tierra Maria for fucking land grants.
Damn.
He's probably one of the most famous New Mexicans politically and social justicely of all time.
Damn.
I mean, I'm so damn Mexican. You know?
Yeah.
And there's no other way I don't need to expand upon that.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
I
I don't even remember.
We're talking about Roseanne.
Oh, I was afraid to say the N-word.
That's right.
Which is because sometimes when I'm around my brothers of the not half, even some, and I think it is the voice. It's the Gambino thing.
Yeah.
It's because of how I sound, and that's fine.
We should call it the Gambino effect.
Yeah, we should call it the Gambino effect. Oh yeah, we were talking about Roseanne,
which I do want to talk about your weekend because I really wanted to go to the improv.
Yes,
but before we do, you triggered a thought in my mind that's been just laying there dormant.
Yeah.
When you mentioned Roseanne Barr taking drugs which I think is a funny image, taking drugs that caused her to be racist. Like, imagine the commercial for that drug. They're like, Cialis, may cause racism.
Yeah.
Drowsiness, whatever. Drowsiness, depression, racism. Like, they just gloss over it really quickly.
That'd be perfect.
That'd be amazing. We should do that. That should be a skit.
That's a good skit idea.
But that it reminded me that like there's two pretty well-known people right now who are kind of spiraling, as people would say.
Ooh, I love a good active spiral.
I don't know if you've seen the happenings on them, but one of them is Cara Delevingne.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one it's a little bit older, but Gabbi Hanna. People are concerned about both of these people right now.
So I've heard a little bit on this Gabbi Hanna thing, but I'm not entirely clear on what's that's all about. Who even is she?
I'll be honest, I don't.
That's all right.
I don't even fully know. I think like a little bit of YouTube.
Yeah.
A little bit of maybe Vine star.
Yeah.
Don't drop hate comments because I don't fully know Gabbi Hanna's goddamn life story.
Modern day celebrity.
Yeah.
Social media presence.
That's what
we want to be.
Right.
I want to be Gabbi Hanna.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Well, maybe not after you hear all that.
Well.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think for sure does YouTube. I've never really seen a video of hers, but lately, I guess people have been very concerned for her because she seems to just be acting wild. I guess there was a day where she posted 100 TikToks.
Wow.
Or more.
That's
and
a
just
lot.
just looking like she's snapped.
Sure.
Like something has happened, whether she's on something or she's experiencing, a lot of the comments were saying experiencing just like a severe meltdown.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I'm sure. I mean, when you're in the spotlight like that, I guess even she was maybe saying some racist things as well. She'd be on TikTok live and she was just saying oddball stuff. And I mean, you have your phone. Maybe you can pull up
I will.
Some stuff from her.
Let me pull up some stuff. Now, I will say, as I'm pulling up some stuff, I can also mention about, what's her name? Cara
Delevingne.
Cara Delevingne. She looked like, she just looked like someone you'd see on Central.
Literally.
I mean, she looked like the lady who walks up to my car at the drive-thru and asks me to get her a McDouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was just like, damn, like she was fucking tweaking.
It was scary. I mean, it's scary because we've all seen what she looks like normally.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything was obviously going on until I saw the most recent video. She's like actually tweaking outside of whatever building. And she's like kind of on the phone and just looks like she's on drugs. That's the simplest way to put it.
She looks, like disheveled.
And
you
I
ever
know
heard that phrase?
Somebody was saying like Margot Robbie left her place looking distraught.
Looking distraught.
Worried about her friend.
Yes.
And I get it. She's not only in the acting world, but before that, she was in the modeling world, which is a hugely, incredibly toxic place.
Yes.
Where it's just nothing but body shaming and harsh words, harsh verbal abuse about your body, and you're eating an almond a day with a glass of water just to fit into some bullshit clothing.
You're eating an almond a day.
Yeah.
You're eating a shard of meth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It's always been in that modeling world, cocaine.
Yeah.
But what people don't understand about cocaine is if you're an addict, cocaine just leads to meth, because you realize that you realize that meth works better technically, just in technical stance.
Yeah.
With cocaine, you got to like every 30 minutes to an hour take another hit.
Yeah.
You know, with meth, like smoking one meth will give you the same results as like snorting like 50 cocaines.
Wow.
And so just a little fun fact for you.
Powerful stuff. I like the conversion chart. You should have a conversion chart.
Yeah. I should.
one meth equals 50 cocaines.
Yeah, like different like gateways.
Yeah.
You know, like like cocaine leads to meth use. Like, I don't know what else. You know, marijuana use leads to like never shutting up about marijuana use.
Yeah.
Like just constantly talking about it. Marijuana use leads to, depending on your personality type, marijuana use leads to Cookie Monster pajama pants.
Oh, and hot Cheeto fingers at 7 a.m.
Yes.
With a Mountain Dew.
With a Mountain fucking Dew. That's
We
it.
went to high school with so many of those.
I miss them. They were good people.
I never really knew them personally.
They're not doing much. But
I would imagine.
is this because do we want to be this then? Do we want to be social media people? Because it seems like after a while, you just break.
It just eats at you. I don't personally want to be like a social media influencer.
We're not.
I'm not really. I want to have the presence on social media.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a social media person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's a specific kind of person that's a social media person.
Yeah.
Like I think of like Shane Dawson.
Yeah, that's a YouTuber, social media.
Yeah.
That's like your David Dobrik's.
Oh God.
That's like your Paul brothers.
If I ever become like any of them,
Yeah.
I want you to execute me on YouTube.
Live.
And I give you permission.
Okay.
And I'm going to need you to build the courage to, like an old ISIS video, just chop it off.
Like the opening to the first Iron Man.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just watched that the other day.
Isn't it still good?
It's still so good. I'm
It
teaching the clients at the rehab Hero's Journey.
Yes.
And I'm doing Iron Man, The Matrix, and Star Wars.
You know what's great about Hero's Journey showing them Iron Man?
Yes.
Is it's layered.
It's so layered.
You have the hero's journey of the movie itself, watching
Yes.
Iron Man go from this high point billionaire tech mogul kid who inherits the family biz to the crash and burn, literal darkness of the soul. He's
Literal.
in a cave
In the cave.
with this ticking time bomb attached to his chest.
Yes.
Has to build his way out, realizes I'm part of the problem, tries to fix it, becomes superhero.
Yep.
And isn't that also just Robert Downey Jr.?
It is.
From a young age, comes from an acting Hollywood family, rises to stardom, skyrockets to stardom,
Yep.
gets involved in drugs, crashes and burns, darkness of the soul, climbs his way out with the movie Iron Man.
Yep. It's poetry.
comes back with it. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful.
Only God could write that story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful.
So you picked the perfect hero's journey to teach them.
That's why I picked it.
Yeah.
Also, I really emphasize, because when someone's in rehab, what are they doing? They're fighting themselves. And what does Iron Man spend a majority of that movie doing?
Oh,
literally fighting against his own weapons, the things that he created.
Yep.
Everything in that movie is something that came from him that others are using to fight him with. He's literally fighting himself the whole movie, in a sense.
Exactly.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Love it.
And now we got She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm just kidding. I don't care. We tried to put on the She-Hulk again last night. It's not bad.
Okay.
Now I should say, now we got Chris Hemsworth, going full chub, while Russell Crowe is playing Zeus, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
The last thing, what's her name posted is something from My 600-Pound Life, so I'm gonna.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Help me!
Oh,
Help me!
Is that her?
Wake the fuck up!
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Help me! Help us! Help me!
there it is.
Here we go.
Help me!
You know, good for her for keeping it up.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could sleep. God, I wish I could sleep. I can't wait to sleep. God, please let me sleep. But I can't today, because there's babies dying on the fucking street. There's babies dying on the motherfucking street. You know, I saw a TikTok back when I was still using TikTok of babies on the street who adopted another baby on the street. 2 homeless babies adopting each other on the street, and they held hands all the way down the street. And he was speaking, and the mother said he's praying for him. The homeless baby praying for the other homeless baby. Wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up! Before we go to sleep! Wake the fuck up! There's babies on the street!
She's my hero. She's my hero.
What is the comment on?
She's my Iron Man.
She's your Iron Man.
She's my fucking Iron Man.
She's your Tony Stark.
I didn't know she was this fucking awesome.
Yeah.
She's so fucking great. I don't want to see her suffer,
Yeah.
but whatever that was, I could watch that all day. I could watch an hour of that. Just her saying stuff like that. So the comment was, "Can you go to sleep?"
Oh.
Let's see where the original video from that isn't available.
Must have deleted.
She just said 2 homeless babies adopted each other.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's brilliant. It's just, we need a Jamie.
Yeah, we do. We need a Jamie.
Um,
So if you have any experience in looking stuff up on the internet and pressing play, that's really the only 2 requirements.
yeah, pretty much.
Let us know.
Come on. Why did you lie to me this whole time? Why did you lie to me? That's for my acne, you dumb cunt. Get the fuck out of my house. Now. Now. Now! By the way, Nick, yes. I know you know who I am. Come on. Why did you...
That's weird. I just want to see her say something racist.
You maybe a little believe me that I could actually be the second coming of Jesus Christ. Not Jesus Christ. Not Mary, the mother of God. But me, Gabbi Hanna, my...
If that is not someone going through a manic episode in real time, then I don't know what is. She's still actively posting as of like 30 minutes ago, I think.
Can you send me all these too?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
As we watch them.
Yes.
That's right. I totally forgot that she claimed she could be the second coming of Jesus himself.
Now that's where things get fun.
So you have a build, right? You have racist comments.
Yep.
Then you've got someone's in my house and won't get out.
Yes.
And you make a huge leap from that to second coming.
And that's just that's life for you.
Yeah.
That's life for
we
you.
talk a lot about like how we're very energy people.
Yes.
And we pick up on stuff. We have gut instincts and we're intuitive.
We have.
And all I can say is that when I was watching her actual videos and people's videos on her,
yes,
I got like a very sick feeling about it.
Yes.
Instantly, which like normally doesn't happen when I'm watching videos talking about someone like losing their mind.
Right.
I'm normally very detached.
Yep.
But I had a very very off feeling watching all
Something
that.
feels off.
Yeah.
It feels like, I mean, I'm guessing this person lives in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Which, I mean, is just truly, I mean, a playground of demonic spirits. I mean, it's just the worst evil.
Yeah. Looks like maybe she lives alone. I'm wondering, because I'm assuming that's why people kept saying, send someone over there to check on her.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
She's in her girl boss era.
So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Wild.
How did we get there again? Just talking about, like the people like kind of losing it. Like Roseanne lost it.
Took a pill and became racist.
Roseanne took a pill and became racist.
I remember seeing a rumor not that long ago, honestly, that she was going to play Lady Gaga in a movie about Lady Gaga.
Wow.
Don't know if that was true or not, but I saw it a few times, so I thought it might actually be happening.
Her career was really getting to that point.
And if that was real, I don't think she's going to do it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
She's done.
Wow.
But this is where I get a little confused.
Mm-hmm.
Is clearly she's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Being sick is not an excuse to say hurtful, harmful things. I mean, it can be both, but I don't feel like people are presenting it at both. I don't think people are saying like she's sick and she needs help. I think they're saying like this is who she is. Like she's truly racist and transphobic and maybe she is.
Maybe.
Don't get me wrong, but is she in a delusion, a manic delusion, or is this who she is? And that's where the TikTok psychiatrists start coming in.
Yeah.
Which is, simply said, not fucking psychiatrists.
Right.
Working in the mental health field, it's like, let's not say, it's just what I'm trying to say is, you're going to cancel her for being sick and manic and in psychosis and saying things while she's sick and manic and psychosis, even though it's not an excuse to say crazy things. It's like, which is it? Is she sick or is she psychosis, or is she just like a naturally terrible human being?
Right.
And is she sick? Does she need help? And do we need to help her? And then what happens when she gets help and she apologizes for her behavior? Yeah. Is it going to be like, no, you said something racist?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The fact is we don't know anything.
Right.
I barely know who she is or what she does.
That's true. This is the first time I've ever heard of this lady.
Yeah. And like, I know the name and I recognize her. I just don't. That's why I'm saying like I think she's just an online presence. I think she wrote a book. Oh, maybe. And sings. Yeah. But like,
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. But we don't. Yeah. The fact is we have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. And like, no, I mean, anyone out there knows what it's like to snap, to have like just one thing after another happening to where you snap. But imagine that level. Yeah. Imagine that level of whatever she experienced was enough to make her just.
That's what, getting in the game will do that to you.
Talking about homeless babies adopting each other in the streets.
That's just, I mean, that's the kind of thing that makes you want to quit doing comedy. Because you're like, I will never think of something that funny. Like, you just want to go, you know what? Nothing will ever be funnier.
Yeah, you did it.
That's just it. But
Maybe
yeah,
she's
I don't know who Gabbi Hanna is because Gabbi Penton. Gabba Penton Hannah. I don't know who Gabbi Hanna is because she didn't play Enchantress in the Suicide Squad.
Oh,
so when we bring up those two names, I only know who one of them is because one of them played Enchantress in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the deal.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Gabby. Sorry, Gabba.
Yeah, Gabba. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like scary when you see people snapping and acting very off, and then everyone has their 2 cents about it, aka us. Yeah, and then Cara Delevingne, to see her like that.
Yeah. Now that's drugs. I don't know. I don't get she looked like she was possessed by a demon. I mean, truly.
She should have just done that for Suicide Squad. That would have been perfect.
The Gabba Penton Hannah thing, Gabbi Hanna. Yeah, I agree with you completely. Her stuff, it felt shrouded in a dark energy.
Yeah.
And Cara Delevingne, hers felt just more like model is in rock bottom of her addiction.
Yeah.
It's sad. It
really is sad. If you haven't seen any of the like videos of her tweaking, I guess I'll throw it up right here. Yeah. It's just like, it's like wild.
This is me laughing at the video. No, I'm just kidding. I've looked like that.
Then that's scary.
Yeah.
Right? To see someone like you've never seen them.
Yeah.
To where they're just not them.
Yeah.
I'm talking like I know her personally, but never seen her like that, I can tell you. So, I don't know.
This is the problem too. I'm just jumping. I'm jumping around. I apologize. With the Gabba Hanna. Hannah Gabba. Most of these people online who have something to say about her.
Yeah.
They live in a world where they've heard the term mental illness, psychosis, psychotic break. They've heard those words.
Yeah.
But they've never seen it. They don't understand. Like you got so much to say over the internet. And I don't want to say for everyone. I'm sure there's someone out there who's like, I know what this is because I've been through it, or I know someone who's been through it.
Yeah.
But it feels like most of the people, like, I'm just saying, like, unless you know someone who's really gone through some shit like this, like, it's just, everyone always has something to say as if they're the expert when, like, they could never even conceive this. Like, it just kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, hey, like, I've loved some people who have been in places like this.
Mm-hmm.
One of them specifically no longer with us anymore. My uncle.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, hey, like, what do you know? How good for you, I guess. But what do you have to say about this woman?
Right.
When you've never, and that's the problem with these people is they don't realize they're in psychosis. And that's my psychosis. No, I'm just kidding. But it's true. I think the people, maybe Gabbi Hanna, she said some insane stuff. But in other cultures, there's a spiritual context for these types of mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
And their cultures usually treat them with great care rather than chastise them in public.
And aren't these things reminiscent of the world famous Charlie Sheen snap, breakdown, meltdown?
That was a classic.
Talking about tiger blood winning. Doesn't he have AIDS now or something?
I think he's there. He's I think
HIV.
he's kind of got the Magic Johnson situation, which is he's got a lot of money, so I think he's good.
Okay.
That's just, I mean, these people, they don't understand. It's like, how about the real people in the world who don't have all that money and they don't, have the ability to not let it turn to that. But
Right.
But yeah, Charlie Sheen definitely has some. He got some stuff in his blood cells. Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying a lot of stuff like that, like how
He was.
like Gabby Hanna-esque, where it's like I'm the second coming.
Yeah.
He was saying, I don't remember, but he said a lot of just wild shit.
And how about Ezra?
And Ezra.
I mean, the stuff that's coming out about Ezra, and there was already enough out about Ezra,
Yeah.
but the more things that are coming, and what is that? I mean, there's just there's the I mean, it makes sense, but it's like extreme mental illness, cult verbiage,
Pressures of,
yeah,
society, Hollywood,
yeah,
influencer life.
and then all of a sudden, like, I'm Jesus. It's like,
Yeah.
hey.
So what's new? What's come out with him? Because I don't think I've heard anything
With
new.
the Ezra thing, it's been about like, I think they were saying like that Ezra was saying that Ezra's like God or the devil, and like making people like, what's it called? Like worship, making people like worship Ezra.
Yeah.
And like also saying things like that they thought like the Flash was like the second coming or something like that. Like it had to do with the Flash too.
Yeah.
Like that the Flash was like Jesus of the multiverse or some shit. It was just very odd. And like Ezra had like a compound and had people literally living on the compound with like guns and shit. Like this is not even a joke. This is real life. Ezra had people living on the compound, like with like literally like Waco, like fucking,
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
Wow.
thought, and it's always that they think any of these people is like, they're always the second coming of Christ. I don't know.
Yeah, they think that they're doing good or they're doing it for good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. That's wild.
I'll be there. Give me like a decade.
Yeah.
Give me a decade tops.
Give us a million like video.
Oh,
1 million likes on a video. We'll get there.
all straight. My brain will snap in half for 1 million like video.
Yeah.
I mean, I will go crazy.
Just up and quit your job.
Oh,
and
I'll
just
do
say,
more. I'll do more than that.
I am Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tank a company
Yeah.
just for fun. Yeah, give me a decade. I'll definitely be there. Yeah. Just get, in no time.
Yeah.
You might as well take a life insurance policy out on me because, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That's bad. I don't want to put that negative energy into the universe. It was a joke.
Put
was
my
a
bracelet
joke.
around.
Yeah, it was a joke. Okay.
Cleanse it out.
JK.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. But on a happier note, you did a show.
Yeah, I did a show.
And I really wanted to go to it, but I was in another world.
You were.
I was in Wonderland.
You were in Wonderland.
No,
Oh,
not
yeah, the thing.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, that's probably, you telling me about that will probably be a lot more interesting than me telling you about my show. I mean, it was fun, but it was just, it was like, how many comedians were there? Like 8 comedians, and everyone got the mic for like 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And we made jokes about the movie Reefer Madness. And it was great. It was fun because that movie's weird and it's interesting. It's an interesting movie. Have you ever seen Reefer Madness?
Never heard of it.
It's something else. I'll tell you that. But it's not that it was anticlimactic. It's just that it's definitely not as interesting as a citywide scavenger hunt based on Alice in Wonderland. Is that what that was that you did?
That's exactly what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did this. It's from Clued Up Games.
Ooh.
Clued Up. And it's a scavenger hunt. It's app-based. It's kind of like the same way Pokemon Go operates.
Right.
I'm assuming. I've never played Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And yeah, you enter in its geolocation. And so you're going around and certain areas are like hot spots and you get clues, you get riddles on your phone, and like you and your team solve them and like go to you need to pick up this item from this place and take it to that person. And it was cool, not quite what we were expecting.
Right.
I think there was a little bit of false advertising, false marketing.
Really?
They made it seem like they were going to be this physical place that came to town and set up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really that. Like, the way they advertised it made it look like you were actually going to be in this giant, like, maze and, like, going through, and there might be, like, actual physical aspects. Like, they were really going to set it up, which I thought, how are they going to do that?
Sure.
You know, but that's the way they made it look. So I thought that's what we were going to get. And we didn't quite get that.
Okay.
So that would be my critique, is like, that was all of our critiques really, was that we wished there was more of a physical presence with it.
Right.
You know, even if there were hired actors as characters running about, or
sure.
Physical, I don't know, QR codes on items that you had to look for. Might have been cool. But either way, it was still cool. It was an experience.
Yeah.
It was something to do. What I really liked was that in the email, you know, they broke down like how they do it. And they were like, you know, we take time to make sure we're putting you in the safest location of your city, which I said, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck finding one here.
Yeah.
And then I guess according to them, the safest place was smack down in the middle of Civic Plaza.
Oh.
Right next to all the crack, homeless.
A lot of crack.
Boarded up, you know, downtown violence, stabbings, shootings.
Specifically over in the last week, there have been multiple stabbings and shootings downtown. Like specifically, very specifically.
So, yeah. They picked what they thought was the safest place, and I'm saying you could have done better.
Yeah.
That was not the safest place in town. We didn't have any run-ins, luckily. I think we were concerned because we thought we might have been like one of the 5 groups.
Sure.
You know, we didn't think as many people were going to do it as they did. So that made us feel a little more safe. There was 100 teams.
Oh, wow.
There was 100 teams of people doing it. And we don't want to brag, but we held the top 5 spot.
Ooh.
For most of the day, dropped to top 6.
Okay.
So we had 6th place, sitting at 6th place. But I mean, damn.
Out of 100.
Out of 100, that's good.
I'm surprised there's 100 groups of people willing to do something like that in this city, because it is so hard to get people in this city to do stuff.
Literally anything.
That's why I feel like those cool ideas you had about this scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
That's like probably what it's like in like Austin, Texas, or like Phoenix, or like LA, Denver, New York. Well, New York's would be more like a giant Albuquerque vibe, because it'd be like scary and dangerous probably in half the places.
Orlando, though.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like when they do it at those places, they do probably have all that stuff.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it was cool. And it didn't always work, right? Because it's app-based. So sometimes we had to exit the app, reload it, because it had its issues.
Sure.
But and we kind of dressed up a little bit. There are people who really went all out.
Yeah.
All out with their costumes.
Yeah. Wow.
And, so that was cool. It was also a little hot.
A little
bit hot, a little bit warm.
Yeah.
You know, you're running around the city. It was a sunny day.
Yeah.
But
was your team, was it small enough to fit in one car?
We could have. We took 2 cars, though.
Took 2 cars still, though.
Yeah, one person met us there. The rest of us were in one car.
That's good.
And then, you know, you're in the downtown area. So afterwards, we went to go eat.
Of course.
At a place. But yeah, overall, it was a chill day.
Yeah.
Chill time.
That does sound like a chill time.
It really made us want to go do an escape room right after, though.
Nice.
I think that's what we were looking for. We were looking for what an escape room brings you.
Yeah.
Which is like using your mind to think about stuff, but there's also physical aspect to it.
For sure. This city is an escape room in a sense. The city of Albuquerque is kind of like an escape room.
Yeah.
It's a giant escape room.
Yep.
Because you ain't getting out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find a way to position yourself economically, socially, mentally.
Yep.
To be able to leave this place.
And then when you do, a lot of people somehow just like drift back.
Yep.
Like they're enchanted and they just
Dude, maybe we should, okay, out loud idea.
Yeah.
For our scary month. I actually found this really good thread on Twitter about that exact thing.
Really?
Like the enchantment, like almost like the spiritual, magical, creepy perspective on that thing about New Mexico. Maybe we should do a New Mexico like horror type episode. And I'll send you that Twitter thread. You can read through it. And I think it'll trip you out.
Send it to me because I've never heard that.
Because that's what they were saying on that Twitter thread. And it's someone who's not from here, but they were kind of analyzing it from the outside. And they were just like, you know, you want to talk about a place that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
New Mexico. And there's just tons of people who are just like, every time they're like, I went there and left early. Wow. You know, they're like, I drove straight through. I didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
They're like the energy there. So, and I'm like, God damn, I live here.
Yeah. Right.
People
like,
who are not from here are just like, oh, I took one step in that fucking place and had to leave. Like,
damn.
So maybe that can be part of it because you know me, I'm a New Mexican diehard. I love me some New Mexico.
Yeah.
And like we were born in one of the most odd places in the history of life, I guess.
Yeah, maybe it's we've gone intuition blind.
Yeah.
To it. Like we don't feel that. I mean, we know it's a dangerous, awful place, but
I feel the spiritual oddity. I definitely do. I mean, like some people were saying some stuff I already had said. Like when I lived in Taos, I felt like I lived in a different dimension.
Yeah.
And some people said they felt the same way about just being in Taos, you know? And so
I need to go to Taos.
You need, bro.
I've heard some stuff and I just need to go there.
Yeah, we gotta, that's an idea. That's an idea. I'll send you the thing and let me know what you think about it.
Definitely. I will look into that. Yes. We have enchantment in the name, land of enchantment. So,
and that was just kind of like that thing where people were saying like, you pretty much like, if you come here, you got like a year or else you're stuck.
Damn.
My brother just moved back from Hawaii, and selfishly, I want them to stay that year, and get stuck back in because I missed them. But they were living fucking Hawaii, So, I'd like them to be re-enchanted.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, hopefully, good luck.
We'll see.
I hope they do, and then you can have another relative here.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah. Because my mom and my brother got out and I don't think they coming back.
They fight it. That's why they come in here in doses.
Yes.
Because they know.
You can't come for too long. And, and it was really clear the last time my mom visited, I was just like, yeah, it's gotten weirder here, hasn't it? And she was just kind of like, yeah, this place, you know, this place.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awful.
It's awful. Well, I like it though. I like it. I like New Mexico for the reason most people hate it.
Yeah.
But like I understand why people hate it. Like I never like I don't think everyone needs to like it.
Yeah.
Like I am just a weirdo though who like I like a little bit of danger.
You like living on that.
There's
that cusp,
something about that.
That edge.
That little bit of that edge.
Yeah.
So I like it for the reason most people hate it, but I never would put that on anyone. I never try and force someone to be satisfied with just the constant insanity that is this place.
Yeah. Agreed.
So maybe we'll have to talk about that a little bit.
That would be super cool.
Yeah.
We definitely should
talk about that.
Well.
Wow. I don't know. I wonder what you're going to name this episode because I don't.
Dude. I know, right? I'm just thinking as we're talking, I'm like, what a headache.
Yeah. 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 That's a toughie.
Yeah.
I mean, editing this, I literally scrolled on my phone for like 15 minutes. That probably edit some of that out.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like, there's going to be a lot of just random shit.
It's a cut around. It's one of those episodes where we just kind of jump from topic. It's like what you said, where you're just hanging out with a friend. You're like, did you hear this shit?
Right.
Did you see that?
Well, that's why, Estevan, you are the king of this castle. Because until I get a computer that can operate which is part of the problem, which is why we need to make some money.
Yeah.
You are just being a technological whiz. And you were giving, and that is why if we do make money, just so people understand, Estevan does get more money than me if we ever actually make money because of that reason. He will be compensated appropriately. And I will, because I just come on here and I just say stuff that he has to edit out later because it would get us kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's why we're a good team.
I work to keep us afloat a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I try.
You do great.
Thank you.
You're the king.
And you are my I don't know, my other king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a couple of kings cutting it up.
It's what do they call that when two people?
It's like a code king pendency.
Co-king pendency. I like that. Co-rulers.
Co-rulers.
Yeah. So, don't have a meltdown.
Yeah, try.
Try not to have a meltdown. Go check out some of the hate comments on our posts. It's wonderful. It's great.
It's good.
Leave us some love comments on our post.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like our own followers don't see our stuff, which is weird. I don't understand how that works.
No.
Like, it's all complete strangers for the most part.
The ones that don't get a lot of views are seen by our followers.
Yeah.
Like, only.
So I almost prefer our followers not to see our stuff.
Pretty much.
Because then it doesn't get. Yeah. Which is weird. So I don't know about that. But be sure to do your thing. Like, subscribe, share, follow, save, listen, watch, read, all of that, everything that we provide and more. And also, if you have paranormal stuff that you've experienced, we want to hear it.
Yep.
We do. Or we're heading into our October stuff. We're going to start production on all of that.
Yeah.
So we want to hear it. We want to hear from you, whether you just call in or you're actually on the show. We want it. We want to make it spooky.
Spooky times.
So let us know. And until next time, we will see you right back here. Have a good one.
Have a goodie.